Hello, friends. So this morning I did a video, and I'm still in Amsterdam. And after I finished the last video, I went and had some breakfast. And I had some thoughts that I thought I should share with you. So, I started this current tour from New York. I first went to San Francisco and Napa Valley, where I was doing a talk at the Business of Fashion. Then from Napa Valley, came back to San Francisco airport, and then took a direct flight to Amsterdam. And I had a fun lecture in Amsterdam. And right now, I'm getting ready to go to the airport, to go to Manchester, from there to London, then Oxford, then Lakes by You for a longevity retreat that I'm teaching, and from there to Cannes for about 8 different events. So I'm going to Nice, France from there, and then possibly to Milano, and then back to New York. So as I was having breakfast, I had some thoughts that came to me after I met somebody accidentally who said, who was an acquaintance, and the acquaintance asked, "Don't you ever get tired? Are you not jet lagged?" And actually, I don't get tired, and I don't have jet lag. So let me explain why. Okay, so first of all, it's obvious that which I call my body is traveling across continents right now. How about my mind? Mind is traveling anyway, whether my body travels or not. My mind travels to different locations, New Delhi, India, other locations, Argentina, whatever I'm thinking of, the mind is there. Okay. But also my mind travels to the past, and it travels to the future as well. The body seems to travel only when I take a journey. But the mind travels even though my body may not be traveling. Okay. So that's clear, right? But how about the awareness in which this so-called traveling is occurring in different locations in space, but also in time? How about the awareness, the underlying consciousness? It never left home. It's always there. Awareness never left home. It's always there. Furthermore, awareness is not in space or time. It's non-local. So in a non-local world or a non-local universe, there's nowhere to go. You're there all the time. It's home base. So what is really happening? What is really happening is that the fluctuations of consciousness that we call body, mind, and world are changing. And they're all changing in the awareness, which is always timeless now. The fluctuations of consciousness that we call mind, body, and the physical world are ceaselessly changing. And every fluctuation is instantly dying as soon as it is born. A thought dies as soon as it's born. A perception dies as soon as it's born. So the fluctuations of consciousness are ceaselessly born and die, but consciousness itself, the home of the fluctuations, is neither born nor does it die. So, and also it is not subject to entropy. Awareness is not subject to entropy. Okay, only the fluctuations of consciousness, which we call space-time events, are in the world of entropy. Okay, so being aware of being aware, which means simply being self-aware, awareness aware of itself, is a state of zero fatigue and minimal, if any, entropy. A close state to that is deep sleep. Okay, so what is my secret of not feeling fatigue or experiencing jet lag is I am incessantly aware of being aware, which is simply being self aware, the awareness of awareness. And in that, there's no fatigue, in that, there's no entropy, and in that is also the knowing that birth and death are ceaseless, and they are experiences in time. And what we call different locations, even in the world, are different frequency domains of consciousness. And the changing body is also a changing frequency domain of consciousness, as is the mind. Body, mind, and the world experience are a unified process in a non-changing consciousness. So with the combination of deep sleep, which is very close to, fundamental reality as awareness, and being aware of being aware, not only do we minimize fatigue and jet lag, but also minimize the entropic process that we call the aging of the body. So I hope this is not a mind bender, because that too is a fluctuation of consciousness. I think we all get it anyway. And since I had a little bit of time before so-called going to the airport, I thought I'd share with you the secret. The real secret, not, what people are calling the secret, law of attraction, this, that, and the other. Okay.